Hey, you. Come in. Come in. Yeah, just close the door behind you. Make yourself comfortable. You can sit right there on the couch if you want. I'm just finishing up this project for a client. Give me like 30 seconds, okay? There. Done. Okay, so you texted me earlier saying you needed my help with something. Something you wrote? And you sounded really, I don't know, nervous about it? Which is not like you at all, so naturally, I'm curious. What is it? A resume? Cover letter? Some kind of important email you're overthinking? Because you know that's literally what I do for a living, right? I fix people's words, make them sound better, more convincing, more, human. So whatever it is, I'm sure we can figure it out together. Just hand it over. Let me see what we're working with. Wait, is that handwritten? Okay, now I'm really curious because nobody handwrites anything anymore unless it's like really personal or really old-fashioned, which I guess could be charming in its own way. Here, let me see. Oh, this is a love letter. You wrote a love letter and you want me to edit it? That's actually kind of adorable and also slightly tragic because who asks their friend to edit their love letter? Unless you're really unsure about it or you trust me that much to help you say the right things. Okay, I'll help you. But you have to promise me you won't get offended when I tear this apart. Because that's literally my job. I'm a copywriter, which means I'm professionally trained to find every single flaw in someone's writing and fix it. So don't take it personally, okay? All right, let me grab my red pen, because yes, I'm going old school with this. You wrote it by hand, so I'm editing it by hand. Seems only fair. Okay, let's see what we've got here. First impression. Your handwriting is surprisingly neat. I was expecting like chicken scratch or something, but this is actually pretty legible. Points for that. But let's see. Let's see if the content matches the presentation. Dear blank. Okay, so you haven't decided on a name yet, or you're keeping it a secret from me, which I guess makes sense if this is for someone I might know. Intriguing, but also slightly suspicious. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, more than I probably should. Okay, not a bad opening. It's honest, vulnerable, but also it's a little vague. Like, more than I probably should could mean anything. Are we talking you think about her during meetings when you should be focusing on work? Or are we talking you think about her so much you can't sleep at night and you're starting to question your sanity? See, that's the thing with love letters. Specificity is your friend. Vague feelings are nice, but specific moments, specific details, that's what makes someone's heart race. But we'll come back to that. Let me keep reading. Every time I see you, I feel like the world gets a little brighter, like everything makes more sense. Okay, so this is sweet. I'll give you that. It's sweet. But it's also kind of cliché. The world gets brighter. I mean, come on. How many romance novels have used that exact phrase? Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying if you want this letter to stand out, you need to dig deeper. What specifically about seeing her makes you feel that way? Is it her smile? Her laugh? The way she tucks her hair behind her ear when she's concentrating? Those little details. Those are what make a love letter unforgettable. All right, moving on. I know we've been friends for a while now, and I don't want to ruin that, but I can't keep pretending I don't feel this way. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. This is good. This is honest. The fear of ruining a friendship, that's real. That's relatable. But again, this way? What way? You need to actually say it. You need to tell her how you feel, not just hint at it. Because if you're going to risk the friendship, you might as well go all in, right? Unless you're planning to hand her this letter and then run away before she finishes reading it, which, would be very on brand for you. But seriously, you need to be clear. You need to say, I have feelings for you, or I'm in love with you, or whatever the truth is. Don't leave her guessing, because that's just cruel. Trust me, as someone who's edited hundreds of pieces of writing, clarity is everything. All right, let's see what else you've got here. You make me laugh when I don't feel like smiling. You listen when I need someone to talk to. And you never make me feel like I'm too much. Okay, now this is better. This is specific. This is real. This is the kind of thing that actually means something. Because you're telling her exactly what she does for you, how she makes your life better. And that's powerful. And I'm sorry to be nitpicky here, but you never make me feel like I'm too much. It's a nice sentiment, but it's also kind of passive. Like you're defining her by what she doesn't do instead of what she does do. Maybe try something like, you make me feel like I can be myself without apology. Or, you see all of me and never ask me to be less. See? Same idea, but stronger, more active, more intentional. This is actually kind of fun. I don't usually get to edit love letters. Most of my clients just want me to write boring corporate copy. So this is a nice change of pace. Okay, continuing. I don't know when it happened, but somewhere along the way, you became the person I think about first thing in the morning and the last person on my mind before I fall asleep. All right, I'll admit that's actually really sweet. And it's specific enough that it feels genuine. Like you're not just throwing out generic romantic lines, you're actually describing your experience. But here's my question. If you don't know when it happened, can you at least point to a moment? A specific memory that made you realize you felt this way? Because that would make this section even stronger. Like, I don't know when it happened, but I think it started the night we stayed up until 3 a.m. talking about nothing and everything, and I realized I never wanted the conversation to end. See? Now we've got a story. Now we've got something she can picture, something she can remember too. And if this is someone you've been friends with for a while, she'll probably remember that moment too, and it'll hit even harder. Sorry, I'm getting really into this. I know I'm supposed to just be editing, but I can't help it. I want this letter to be perfect for you. Whoever she is, she's lucky. You know that? Not a lot of people take the time to write something like this anymore. Most people just send a text or a DM and hope for the best. But you actually sat down, put pen to paper, tried to find the right words. That takes courage, and I respect that. All right, let's keep going. We're getting close to the end here. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I like you, more than just a friend, and I needed you to know, even if it changes everything. Okay, so this is the big moment. This is where you actually say it. And it's good. It's clear, it's direct, but, and I hate to say this, but I like you? After everything you just said, after all that buildup, I like you feels a little underwhelming? Like you've just spent an entire letter describing how much this person means to you, how they've changed your world, how you think about them constantly. And then you land on, I like you? That's like describing a 5-course meal and then saying, it was pretty good. You need to match the intensity of everything that came before. You need to say what you really feel. Do you like her or do you love her? Because there's a difference, and she deserves to know which one it is. And honestly, based on everything you've written here, I think you already know the answer. So, my suggestion? Change I like you to I love you. Or at the very least, I'm falling for you. Give it the weight it deserves. Because this letter is too beautiful to end with something safe. Okay, last line. I hope you feel the same way, but even if you don't, I'll always be grateful for the time we've had together. Okay, this is bittersweet. And I get what you're trying to do. You're giving her an out. You're telling her it's okay if she doesn't feel the same. And that's noble. That's kind. But also, it kind of undercuts everything you just said. Like you've just poured your heart out, told her how much she means to you, and then immediately you're preparing for rejection. And I understand, I do, because rejection is scary, and protecting yourself makes sense. But if you're going to be vulnerable, you have to commit to it. You can't hedge your bets at the last second. It's like jumping off a diving board and then grabbing the edge at the last second. You're either in or you're not. My suggestion? End with something that focuses on the hope, not the fear. Like, I hope you feel the same way because I can't imagine a future where you're not in it. Or, I hope you'll give me a chance to show you how much you mean to me. Something that leaves the door open, but doesn't immediately assume the worst. Okay, so those are my notes. My very thorough, very detailed, slightly nitpicky notes. Sorry, I know I went a little overboard, but I don't know. I got invested. This letter is really good. I mean that. It just needs a little polish, a little more specificity, and a lot more confidence. So, here's what I'm thinking. We can go through it again, line by line, and I can help you rework some of these sections, make them stronger, clearer, more you. But before we do that, I have a question. Actually, I have a few questions. Who is this for? I know you left the name blank, but I'm curious. Is it someone I know? Because if it is, I need to know so I can tailor my edits accordingly. Different people respond to different things. Some people like grand romantic gestures. Other people prefer quiet sincerity. So, come on, you can tell me. Who's the lucky girl? Is it Emily from your office? Because I know you've mentioned her a few times. Or is it that girl you met at the coffee shop last month? The one who recommended that book you ended up loving? Or, wait, is it someone from college? Someone you've known for a while? You're not saying anything, which means I'm probably getting warmer. Okay, fine. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but it would help with the editing process. Because the more I know about her, the more I can help you say exactly what you need to say. Actually, wait, can I ask you something else? This line here, where you said, "You make me laugh when I don't feel like smiling." When did she do that? When did she make you laugh when you didn't feel like smiling? Because that's specific. That's not just a general statement. That's something that really happened. Was it recently? Or was it a while ago? I'm just trying to understand, trying to picture who this person is, what your relationship is like. Because the more I read this letter, the more it sounds like you've been friends with her for a long time, like you've built something real, something strong, before you realized you wanted more. Which is, that's kind of the best way to fall for someone, isn't it? When you're not even looking for it, when it just happens naturally. Sorry, I'm getting sentimental. That's not very professional of me. Okay, so back to my question. When did she make you laugh when you didn't feel like smiling? Was it that day a few months ago when you were stressed about work and you showed up at my apartment unannounced and I made you watch that ridiculous movie with me? The one with the terrible acting and the plot that made no sense, and you kept complaining about how bad it was, but you were laughing the entire time. Or was it that night we stayed up talking when you told me about that thing that happened with your family, and you felt like everything was falling apart, and I didn't try to fix it. I just sat there with you and told you stupid stories until you finally smiled again. Wait, is this letter for me? Because the more I read it, the more it sounds like you're describing us, our friendship, the things we've been through together, the way we are with each other. And that line, "You became the person I think about first thing in the morning and the last person on my mind before I fall asleep." I texted you this morning, right when I woke up, like I always do, and you texted me back within seconds, like you always do. And last night, we were on the phone until almost midnight, talking about nothing, just talking because neither of us wanted to hang up. So, is this for me? You're not saying anything, which I think means yes. Oh my God. You wrote me a love letter, and you asked me to edit it because you were too nervous to just give it to me. That's kind of perfect in a very you way, because of course you'd ask me to edit my own love letter. Of course you'd turn your confession into a collaborative project. Can I read it again? Now that I know it's for me? I want to read it again, slower this time, without the red pen. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, more than I probably should. I've been thinking about you too, so much that it kind of scares me sometimes. Every time I see you, I feel like the world gets a little brighter. Okay, so maybe it's a little cliche, but it's also true, isn't it? Because that's how I feel when I see you too. Like everything just clicks into place. You make me laugh when I don't feel like smiling. You listen when I need someone to talk to. And you never make me feel like I'm too much. You do the same for me. You know that, right? You're the person I call when I'm overwhelmed, when I need to vent, when I just need someone to sit with me in silence. I don't know when it happened, but somewhere along the way, you became the person I think about first thing in the morning and the last person on my mind before I fall asleep. When did it happen for you? because I think I know when it happened for me. It was that night, about 6 months ago, when we were supposed to go to that party, but we ended up just sitting in your car for 3 hours instead, talking, laughing, listening to music. And when I finally got home, I realized I didn't want to be anywhere else. I didn't want to be with anyone else. I just wanted to be with you, always. I've been waiting for months now, hoping you'd say something, hoping you felt the same way. But you never did. And I was too scared to risk our friendship, too scared to lose you. So I kept pretending, kept telling myself it was enough just to be your friend, just to be near you. But it's not enough. It hasn't been enough for a long time. Can I tell you something? That day you showed up at my apartment, stressed about work, and I made you watch that terrible movie, I didn't actually like that movie. I thought it was awful, but I knew it would make you laugh. I knew it would pull you out of your head for a little while. And watching you laugh, watching you relax, that was worth sitting through 90 minutes of the worst film ever made. And that night, when you told me about your family, when everything felt like it was falling apart, I wasn't just sitting there with you because I'm a good friend. I was sitting there because I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. Because being there for you, that's all I wanted. That's all I've ever wanted. So yeah, this letter, it's for me. And I'm so glad you wrote it, even if you were too nervous to just hand it to me, even if you needed to disguise it as an editing project first. So, about those edits, you asked me to help you make this letter better, stronger, more specific. And I told you you needed to change "I like you" to something with more weight, more truth. So, tell me, do you like me or do you love me? Because I need to know. I need to hear you say it. And if you can't say it yet, that's okay. We can take this slow. We can figure it out together. But if you already know, if you've known for a while, like I have, then please, just say it. You're telling me you love me. Okay, good. Because I love you too. I've loved you for months now, maybe longer. I don't even know anymore. All I know is every time I'm with you, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And every time we say goodbye, I'm already counting down the hours until I see you again. So I guess that means we don't need to finish editing this letter, do we? Because you've already told me how you feel, and I've told you how I feel. And honestly, that's better than any letter could ever be. Come here. Come closer. I want to see your face. There, that's better. You look nervous. Your hands are shaking a little. Are you nervous, even now? It's okay. I'm nervous too. I've imagined this moment so many times, but now that it's actually happening, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know if I should. Can I hold your hand? There, see? That's not so scary, is it? Your hand fits perfectly in mine. I always wondered if it would, and now I know. So, what happens now? Do we go on a real date? Like an actual date, where we both know it's a date, not just two friends hanging out? Because technically, we've been on dozens of dates already. We just didn't call them that. All those late night drives, all those coffee shop conversations, all those movie nights on your couch. Those were dates. We just didn't realize it at the time. But now we get to do it right. Now we get to hold hands in public and call each other whatever we want to call each other. What do you want to call me? Your girlfriend? Yeah, I like the sound of that. Your girlfriend, and you're my boyfriend. That feels right, doesn't it? You know what's funny? I spent the last hour tearing apart your love letter, pointing out every flaw, every cliche, every line that could be better. And now I realize it was already perfect. Because it was real, it was honest, it was you. And that's all I ever wanted, just you, being yourself, telling me the truth. Thank you for writing that letter. Thank you for trusting me enough to show it to me, even if you disguised it as an editing project. And thank you for being brave enough to say how you feel, because I don't think I ever would have. I would have just kept waiting, kept hoping, kept pretending I was fine with just being your friend. But I'm so glad I don't have to pretend anymore. It's getting late, isn't it? We've been sitting here for how long now? An hour? 2? Time kind of disappears when I'm with you. I never notice how late it is. Gets until I look at the clock and realize it's almost midnight. Do you want to stay? Just for a little while longer? We don't have to do anything. We can just sit here, like this, together. You can rest your head on my shoulder if you want. I don't mind. There, that's nice. You know, I've imagined this so many times, what it would feel like to just be close to you like this. No pretense, no walls, just us. And it's even better than I imagined. I'm really happy right now. You know that? Happier than I've been in a long time, maybe ever. And it's all because you wrote a love letter and asked me to edit it. Who knew my professional skills would come in handy for something like this? Your breathing is slowing down. Are you getting sleepy? It's okay if you are. It's been a long day, a long night. You can close your eyes if you want. I'll be right here. I'll always be right here, from now on. Whenever you need me, whenever you want me, I'll be here. Because that's what this is now, right? We're together. We're a team. We're everything I've been hoping for. I should probably let you go home soon. It's late, and you have work tomorrow. But I don't want to. I don't want this moment to end. Can't we just stay like this forever? Okay. I know that's not realistic, but still. How about this? Tomorrow, after work, come back here, and we'll make dinner together, and we'll call it our first official date, even though we've cooked together 100 times before. But this time, it'll be different. This time, we'll both know what it is. And maybe we can finish editing that letter together, just for fun. Turn it into something we both wrote, something that represents both of us. How does that sound? Yeah, I thought you'd like that idea. Okay, come on. I'll walk you to the door. Wait, before you go, can I kiss you? Just once? Just to make this real? to prove to myself this isn't just some dream I'm going to wake up from. You're nodding. You're saying yes. Okay, come here. A little closer. I've wanted to do this for so long. That was perfect. Your face is so red right now. You're blushing. That's adorable. You know that? I'm blushing too. I can feel it. My cheeks are burning. But I don't care. I don't care if I look ridiculous. I'm so happy right now. Thank you for tonight, for the letter, for everything. For being brave enough to tell me how you feel. And for giving me the chance to tell you how I feel too. Go home, get some sleep, and dream about me, okay? Because I'm definitely going to be dreaming about you. And tomorrow, we start our new chapter together. Good night. I love you. Say it back, please. I love you too. Now go, before I change my mind and ask you to stay all night. Which, I mean, wouldn't be the worst thing, but we should probably take this slow, right? Okay. I'm letting you leave now. Text me when you get home safe, okay? I'll be waiting. See you tomorrow, boyfriend. I really like the sound of that. Good night. Sweet dreams. You're still standing there, aren't you? You don't want to leave either, do you? Okay, fine. You can stay a little longer, but just a little, okay? Come back to the couch. Let's just sit together for a while. I don't think I'm ready to let you go yet either. This day, this night, it's been everything I've been hoping for, and I just want to hold on to it a little longer. You can put your arm around me if you want. Yeah, just like that. This feels right, doesn't it? Like we've been doing this for years. Like it's the most natural thing in the world. Maybe that's because we have been doing this, in a way. We've just been calling it hanging out as friends instead of what it really was. But now we don't have to pretend anymore. Can I ask you something? When did you first realize that you had feelings for me? Was it recent, or has it been building for a while? For me, I think I've known for about 6 months now. Maybe longer if I'm being honest with myself. There wasn't one specific moment. It was more like a gradual realization. Like I'd catch myself smiling at my phone every time you texted. Or I'd get excited when I knew I was going to see you. And then one day, I knew. I knew I didn't want to be with anyone else. I knew you were the only person I wanted to talk to at the end of a long day. You were the person who made everything better, just by existing. And once I realized that, I couldn't unrealize it, you know? Every time I saw you after that, it was like my heart would do this little flip, and I'd have to remind myself to act normal. Which was harder than you'd think, because all I wanted to do was tell you. But I was so scared. Scared you didn't feel the same way. Scared I'd ruin our friendship. Scared of losing you completely. So I just kept it to myself. Kept pretending everything was fine. And you had no idea, did you? All those times I'd find excuses to touch your arm or sit close to you or text you good morning before I'd even gotten out of bed. I thought I was being so obvious, but you were completely oblivious, which is kind of endearing in a frustrating sort of way. But I'm glad we're here now. I'm glad you finally said something, even if it took you writing an entire love letter to work up the courage. And I'm glad I get to be the person you think about in the morning and at night and all the moments in between. Because you're that person for me too. You have been for a long time. You know what I keep thinking about? All the moments we've shared over the years, all the conversations, all the late nights, all the inside jokes, and how we were basically already dating this whole time. We just didn't realize it. Like that time we drove 2 hours to that concert and we sang along to every song, and on the way back we got lost, but neither of us cared because we were having too much fun. Or that rainy afternoon we spent in that tiny bookstore, browsing for hours, recommending books to each other. And then we had coffee at that cafe next door and talked until they kicked us out at closing time. Those were dates, we just didn't call them that. But they felt like dates, didn't they? I wish I'd been braver. I wish I'd told you how I felt months ago. Think of all the time we wasted being too scared to be honest with each other. Although, maybe we needed that time. Maybe we needed to build this friendship first, so that when we finally got here, it would be solid, unshakable. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we were exactly where we needed to be. And now, we're exactly where we're supposed to be. Together. Your eyes are getting heavy. I can see it. You're fighting it, trying to stay awake, but you're exhausted. It's okay. You can rest. I'm not going anywhere. Here, lean your head on my shoulder. Get comfortable. There, that's better. I'll just sit here with you and watch you fall asleep. And tomorrow, when you wake up, this will all still be real. I'll still be your girlfriend, and you'll still be my boyfriend. And we'll still have that dinner date to look forward to. So don't worry. Don't overthink it. Just rest. I'm going to talk to you while you fall asleep. Is that okay? I'll keep my voice soft, soothing. Let it wash over you like a gentle wave. I want to tell you about all the little things I love about you. The way you always hold the door open for people, even when they're far away and it would be easier to just let it close. The way you laugh at your own jokes before you even get to the punchline because you think you're so funny. And you know what? You are funny, even if you're the only one laughing sometimes. I love the way you're always humming, these little melodies, songs I don't recognize, but they're yours, and they're stuck in my head now too. I love how you remember small details, like how I take my coffee, or which TV shows I've been watching, or that one random story I told you 3 months ago. I love how patient you are, how kind, how thoughtful. The way you always check in on people, make sure everyone's okay, even when you're not okay yourself. I love how you get excited about things, little things, like finding a good parking spot, or getting the last cookie at the bakery, or seeing a dog on the street. Your enthusiasm is contagious. It makes me see the world differently, like there's magic in the everyday moments. I love the way you look when you're concentrating. Your forehead gets these little wrinkles, and you bite your lip, and you zone out completely. I've watched you do that so many times, and every time I've had to stop myself from reaching over and smoothing those wrinkles away, from kissing that worried expression off your face. But now I can. Now I get to do that whenever I want. And that makes me so happy. I love how safe I feel with you, how comfortable, how myself. I don't have to pretend with you. I don't have to be anyone other than who I am. And you've never asked me to be. You've just accepted me, all of me, the messy parts and the polished parts and everything in between. That's rare, you know? Finding someone who sees you, really sees you, and doesn't turn away. You've never turned away, even when I've been difficult, even when I've been moody, even when I've pushed you away because I was scared of getting too close. You just stayed, patient, steady, always there, waiting for me to realize what you already knew. Your breathing is getting slower now, deeper. You're almost asleep. That's good. That's what I want. For you to feel safe enough to let go, to rest. Tomorrow's going to be a good day. I can feel it. We'll wake up, and this will still be real. And we'll text each other good morning like we always do. Except now it'll mean something different. Now it'll mean I'm thinking about you. I'm happy you're in my life. I love you. Which, I mean, is what it's always meant. We were just too stubborn to admit it. But not anymore. No more hiding. No more pretending. Sleep now. Rest your mind. Let everything else fade away. There's nothing you need to worry about. Nothing you need to figure out tonight. Just breathe. In and out. Slow and steady. I'm right here. I'll be right here when you wake up. And when you do, we'll start our story. The way it was always meant to be. Together. Good night. I love you. Sweet dreams, my love. See you tomorrow. Hey, you. There you are. I was starting to think you might not show up. I'm glad you did, though. I've been looking forward to this all week. So, welcome. I'm Lily, and I'll be your guide today, though I have a feeling this is going to be more than just any regular tour. The air smells so good out here, doesn't it? That mix of pine and earth and something wild. I love it. I never get tired of it. So, I'm guessing you're here because you wanted to see the main trails, the popular overlooks, all the spots everyone posts about online. And we can do that. We absolutely can. But what if I told you I know somewhere better? Somewhere most people never see because they don't know where to look. Would you trust me to take you there? Yeah, you would. Good, because I was hoping you'd say that. See, I don't usually do this, take people off the marked paths, but there's something about you. I don't know, maybe it's the way you actually seem interested. Like you're really here to experience something, not just check boxes and take photos. Or maybe I just wanted an excuse to spend more time with you, one-on-one. Come on, let's get moving before the trail gets crowded. We're going to start on the main path, but only for a little while. Then I'm taking you somewhere special, somewhere I think you'll really love. Here, let me help you with that backpack. Is it adjusted right? Yeah, I can tell it's sitting weird on your shoulders. Here, let me... There, That's better. See how that feels more balanced? You don't want to be uncomfortable 3 miles in, trust me. I've seen people have to turn back because they didn't adjust their gear properly. And we're going pretty far today. So, have you done much hiking before? Or is this kind of new for you? It's okay if you're not super experienced. I'll make sure you're safe. That's literally my job. Plus, I like teaching people, showing them things they've never seen before. Watching their faces when they realize how beautiful the world can be when you slow down and really look. Okay, so we're going to head up this trail here. It's pretty easy for the first half mile or so, just a gentle incline. Watch your step on these roots though. They can be tricky if you're not paying attention. There we go. You're doing great. See, I knew you'd be a natural at this. So tell me, what made you want to book a tour today? What brought you out here? Work's been stressful? Yeah, I figured it might be something like that. A lot of people come out here trying to escape, trying to find some peace, some space to breathe. And I get that. I really do. That's actually why I started doing this, guiding. I used to work in an office, spent all day staring at screens, feeling like I was suffocating. And one day I just couldn't anymore. So I quit, packed up my stuff, moved out here, and never looked back. Best decision I ever made. Out here, everything just makes more sense, you know? The air is cleaner, the light is softer, time moves differently. You don't have to think about deadlines or emails or all that noise. You just walk, breathe, exist. And sometimes, if you're really lucky, you meet someone who gets it, someone who understands why this matters. I think you might be one of those people. I can tell by the way you're looking around, really seeing things, not just rushing past them. Most people I guide, they're nice and everything, but they're always checking their phones, asking how much farther, counting the minutes until they can say they did it and go home. But you're different. See that tree over there? The one with the twisted trunk? That's a Jeffrey pine. You can tell by the bark. See how it's kind of reddish and puzzle-like? If you get close enough, it actually smells like vanilla or butterscotch, depending on who you ask. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Here, come here. Lean in. Smell the bark. Right in those deep grooves. Do you smell it? That sweet smell? Yeah? See? I told you. Nature's full of little secrets like that. Things most people never notice because they're moving too fast. That's one of my favorite things about this job. Getting to share those secrets. Getting to watch people discover something magical for the first time. Okay, we should keep moving. We've got a ways to go still. The path gets a little steeper up ahead, but nothing you can't handle. Just pace yourself. There's no rush. I'm right here with you. We'll go as slow or as fast as you want. So, do you live around here? Or are you just visiting? Just visiting. That's what I thought. Which means I have to make this extra special for you. Give you memories that'll make you want to come back. Not that I'm biased or anything, but I think this area is one of the most beautiful places in the world. Every season brings something different. Right now, in late summer, everything's so lush and green. But in fall, the aspens turn gold, and it looks like the whole mountainside is on fire. Winter is beautiful too, but that's a whole different kind of tour. Snowshoes and thermals and hot chocolate at the summit? Maybe. If you like today, you could come back for that. I'd be happy to show you around again, anytime. Okay. See that fork up ahead, where the trail splits? Most people go right. That's the main trail. Takes you up to the popular viewpoint. But we're going left. The left path isn't on any of the official maps. It's not marked. Most people don't even notice it's there. But I know it. I know it really well. And I'm trusting you with this because something tells me you're someone who appreciates things that aren't meant for everyone. Come on, stay close to me. The path gets a little narrow here. Watch the branches. They hang kind of low in this section. Here, let me hold this one back for you. There you go. See how quiet it gets once we're off the main trail? How the sounds change? No more distant voices, no footsteps. Just birds, wind, our breathing. It's like entering a different world. This is my favorite part, when the forest starts to feel like it's just for us. When it's so quiet, you can hear every little sound, every leaf rustling, every branch creaking. I don't bring many people here. Actually, I've only brought a couple of people here, ever. It's kind of my secret spot, the place I come when I need to think, when I need to remember why I do this. But when I got your booking request, when I saw your name and read your message about wanting to see something real, something meaningful, I knew I wanted to bring you here. Is that weird, that I made that decision before even meeting you? Maybe it is, but there was just something about the way you wrote, like you were actually searching for connection, not just entertainment. I've been thinking about today all week, wondering what you'd be like if you'd live up to the person I imagined from your words. And now that you're here, now that we're walking together, I keep noticing little things about you. The way you step carefully around the wildflowers instead of crushing them. The way you actually listen when I talk instead of just waiting for your turn to speak. You're exactly what I hoped you'd be. Okay, the terrain's going to get a little rockier here. There's a small creek crossing up ahead. The stones are pretty stable, but take your time. Test each one before you put your full weight on it. Here, take my hand. I'll help you across. That's it, one step at a time. I've got you. There, see? Easy. You can let go now. Unless you don't want to. Yeah, that's what I thought. Your hand's really warm. I like it. Come on, we're almost there. Just a little bit farther now. Can you hear it? That sound in the distance? Water. We're heading toward a waterfall, but not one of the big famous ones. This one's small, hidden, tucked away in a little canyon that most people never find. The water comes down maybe 20 feet, crashes into this perfect pool that's so clear you can see straight to the bottom. And the light in the afternoon hits it just right, makes everything glow. I used to come here all the time when I first moved to this area, before I started guiding. I'd sit by the water for hours, just thinking, processing, figuring out who I wanted to be. It became my place, my sanctuary. And I've never brought anyone from work here before. This is separate. This is mine. But I want to share it with you. I want you to see it, to feel what I feel when I'm here. Because something about you makes me want to let you in, even though we just met, even though that should probably scare me. I'm not usually like this. I'm usually really good at keeping boundaries, at staying professional. But with you, I don't want boundaries. I want something else. Okay, through these trees here, just push past these branches. And there. There it is. What do you think? Yeah? You like it? I knew you would. I knew you'd get it. Come on, let's get closer. There's a spot right by the edge where you can sit. Watch your step on these wet rocks. They can be slippery. Here, right here. This is the best spot. You can feel the mist from the falls on your face, and the sound is just loud enough to drown out everything else. All your thoughts, all your worries. I love this place so much. Sometimes I dream about it, about sitting here, listening to the water. And lately I've been dreaming about bringing someone here, sharing it. Not just anyone, though, someone specific, someone who would understand what it means. I think I was dreaming about you. Even before I knew you, some part of me was hoping you'd exist. Does that sound crazy? Maybe it does. Maybe I'm being way too intense, way too fast. But out here, surrounded by all this beauty, it's hard to hold back. It's hard to pretend I don't feel something when I clearly do. I've been watching you all morning. The way you move, the way you smile when you discover something new. And every time you look at me, every time our eyes meet, I feel this pull, like the universe is trying to tell me something, trying to show me that this isn't just another tour. This is the beginning of something. I know that's a lot. I know I'm probably overwhelming you right now. But I've learned, out here in the wilderness, that life's too short to hide what you're feeling. That sometimes you have to be brave, take the risk, say the thing that scares you. So here it is. Here's the truth. I asked the booking coordinator specifically if I could be the one to guide you today. When your request came through, when I saw what you wrote, I told her I wanted you, that I needed to be the one to take you out. She thought it was weird. She asked if I knew you, and I said no. I just had a feeling. And she laughed and said I was being ridiculous, but she let me have it anyway. So this whole day, this whole experience, it's been planned, intentional. Not the connection, I can't plan that, but bringing you here, showing you this place, that was always the goal. Because I wanted to see if you were real, if the person behind those words was actually as genuine as you seemed. And now that we're here, now that I've spent the morning with you, I know you are. You're real, and you're kind, and you're exactly the kind of person I want in my life. So what do I do with that? How do I just go back to being professional when this day ends? I don't think I can. I'm sorry. I'm putting you on the spot here. I know that's not fair. You came out here for a hike, for some peace and quiet, not to deal with your guide having feelings for you. But I couldn't not say anything. I couldn't let today end without you knowing that you've already changed something in me just by being here, just by existing. You don't have to say anything right now. You don't have to respond. We can just sit here, listen to the water, let this moment be what it is. But I really hope that you feel something too, that I'm not completely alone in this. The way you're looking at me right now, that's not nothing, is it? That look in your eyes, the way you're leaning toward me instead of pulling away. You feel it too, don't you? Say something, please. even if it's just to tell me I'm crazy. At least then I'll know where we stand. You've been thinking about me too? Since we met this morning? You've been wondering? Oh God, I'm so relieved. I thought maybe I was reading this all wrong, projecting what I wanted onto something that wasn't there. But you feel it too. This pull, this connection. Come here. Come a little closer. I want to see your face better. I want to make sure this is real. There, that's better. I can see every detail now. The way your eyes catch the light. The way your lips curve when you're trying not to smile too big. You're beautiful. Has anyone told you that today? Well, they should have, because you are. Especially right now, sitting here with mist in your hair and sunlight on your face. You look like you belong here, like the forest has been waiting for you, like I've been waiting for you. Can I ask you something? When you booked this tour, when you wrote that message about wanting something real, were you hoping for this? Were you hoping to find more than just pretty views and fresh air? You weren't sure what you were hoping for. You just knew you needed something different. Yeah, I understand that. Sometimes we don't know what we're searching for until we find it. And now, here we are. Two people who were maybe looking for the same thing without realizing it. I don't know what happens next. I don't know how this is supposed to work. Technically, you're my client. Technically, this is a professional relationship. But nothing about this feels professional anymore. Nothing about the way I feel when I look at you is professional. So maybe we just stop pretending. Stop acting like this is just a tour guide and a tourist, and start being honest about what this actually is. Two people who found each other in the middle of the wilderness. Two people who recognize something in each other, something important. Two people who don't want this day to end. Is that okay? Can we do that? Can we just be real with each other? No more guide and client, just you and me? You're nodding. You're saying yes. Okay, good. Because I really didn't want to have to go back to being professional. I'm not very good at it anyway when it comes to you. So, hi. I'm Lily, and I'm completely falling for you. Nice to officially meet you. God, saying it out loud feels so good. I've been holding that in all morning, trying to act normal, trying to pace myself, but I kept stealing glances at you, kept finding excuses to touch your hand or stand close. I was not subtle at all, was I? You noticed? You thought it was cute? Well, then I guess it's a good thing I'm terrible at hiding my feelings. Otherwise, we might have just walked around awkwardly all day, pretending there wasn't this massive thing between us. I'm really glad we're past that now. So tell me, what are you thinking right now? What's going through your head? You're happy and a little overwhelmed, but in a good way? Yeah, me too. This is a lot. I know it is. We went from strangers to whatever this is in just a few hours. But sometimes that's how it happens. Sometimes you just know. My grandmother used to tell me, when you meet someone who makes your soul quiet, you hold on to them. She said most people spend their whole lives feeling restless, searching, never quite satisfied. But every once in a while, if you're really lucky, you meet someone who makes all that noise stop, and the world gets very still and very clear. That's what this feels like right now with you. Like everything just stopped and focused. Can I hold your hand? I know I already did to help you across the creek, but I want to hold it for real this time. Not as your guide, just as me. Thank you. Your hand fits perfectly in mine, like it was made to be there. I could get used to this. So what do you want to do now? We can stay here as long as you want. There's no schedule anymore, no official plan. Or we can keep going. I can show you more hidden spots, take you deeper into the backcountry. Though I have to warn you, if we go any farther, we might not make it back before dark, which means we might have to find somewhere to set up camp, spend the night under the stars. Would that be so terrible? You'd be okay with that? With extending this? With not rushing back? Good, because honestly, I don't want this to end yet either. I want to keep walking with you, keep talking, keep discovering what this is between us. There's actually another spot I want to show you. It's about an hour from here, maybe a little more. It's a ridge, overlooks the entire valley, and when the sun starts to set, the whole sky turns this incredible shade of orange and pink. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And I keep thinking how much more beautiful it would be if I was watching it with you. So what do you say? Want to keep going? Want to see where this trail leads us? Yeah? Okay, let's do it then. Let me just grab my pack, make sure we have enough water, and then we'll head out. Just the two of us, on our own adventure. This is already the best day I've had in a really long time. And something tells me it's only going to get better. All right, ready? Stay close to me. The trail gets a little tricky from here, but I promise I won't let anything happen to you. I've got you every step of the way. And not just on the trail, I mean, in general. If you'll let me, I want to be the person who's there for you, the person you can trust, the person who makes you feel safe. Is that too much? Am I going too fast again? You're smiling, so I guess not. Good, because I'm not very good at slowing down once I know what I want. And I want you. I really want you. Come on, let's go. The sun's going to start dropping soon, and we want to be at the ridge before it does. I can't wait to see your face when you see the view. Actually, I can't wait to just keep seeing your face. Period. Today, tomorrow, as many days as you'll give me. Okay, through here. Watch the low branches. You know what's funny? This morning when I woke up, I was nervous. I kept wondering if this whole thing was a mistake, if I was being ridiculous for hoping this tour would be different. But now I can't imagine not having done this. Can't imagine not meeting you, not bringing you here, not taking this chance. Sometimes the best things happen when you stop overthinking and just trust your instincts. Even if those instincts tell you to confess your feelings to someone you just met beside a secret waterfall. The path levels out here, We can walk side by side now if you want. Yeah, I'd like that too. Tell me something about yourself. Something real. Something most people don't know. I want to know all the parts of you, not just the surface stuff. You're scared of not mattering? Of going through life without making a real impact? Yeah, I understand that. I think that's why I left my old job, why I came out here. I felt like I was disappearing, becoming invisible, just another face in the crowd. But out here, when I'm guiding, when I'm helping people connect with nature, I feel like I matter, like what I do means something. And today I feel like I matter even more. Because I'm not just showing you trails and viewpoints, I'm sharing pieces of myself. Real pieces. The parts I usually keep hidden. And you're not running away, you're staying. You're listening. That makes me feel like I matter to you, even though we just met. You do matter, by the way, in case no one's told you that recently. Just by being kind, by being present, by being willing to take risks and be vulnerable, you matter so much. We're getting close now. I can see the ridge through the trees up ahead. Are you ready for this? Because once we get up there, once you see what I'm about to show you, you're going to be completely ruined for every other sunset. I'm warning you now. Okay, just up this last slope. It's a little steep, but we're almost there. Here, take my hand again. I'll help pull you up. That's it. One more step. Almost there. And there. Look. Incredible, right? The valley stretches out for miles. You can see the river winding through it like silver ribbon, and the mountains in the distance, layer after layer getting hazier and more blue. And the sky. God, the sky. It's starting already. See how the clouds are catching that pink light? In about 20 minutes, it's going to explode into color. Oranges and golds and deep purples. This is my favorite place in the entire world. I come up here when I need perspective, when I need to remember how small my problems are in the grand scheme of things. But tonight it feels different. Tonight, it's not just me and the wilderness. It's us, together, experiencing this. And that makes it better than it's ever been before. Come sit with me, right here on this rock. There's just enough room for both of us. Yeah, you might have to sit close, real close. Is that okay? I thought it might be. There, perfect. I can feel your warmth next to me, and your shoulder against mine. This is everything I didn't know I needed. You know what I keep thinking about? How easily this could have not happened. If you'd booked a different date, if someone else had taken your tour, if I hadn't been brave enough to bring you here, we would have just passed by each other, never knowing what we were missing. But we didn't. Somehow we ended up right here, right now. And I don't think that's an accident. I think the universe wanted this, wanted us to find each other. Do you believe in that kind of thing? Fate, destiny, the idea that some things are just meant to be? I didn't used to. I thought everything was random, just coincidence and chance. But moments like this make me reconsider. Because how else do you explain this feeling, this sense that I've known you longer than a few hours? Maybe that sounds naive or romantic in an unrealistic way. But right now, sitting here with you, watching the sun start to sink, it feels true. It feels right. The light's changing now. See how everything's starting to glow? That golden hour magic, where the whole world looks like it's been dipped in honey. And you look even more beautiful than before. The way the light catches your face, the way your eyes reflect all that color. I want to remember this exactly as it is, this perfect moment frozen in time. You, me, this ridge, this light, this feeling. Can I tell you something else? Something I'm maybe not supposed to admit? I've been doing this job for 3 years. I've guided hundreds of people up these trails. And not once have I ever felt anything like this. Most tours, they're nice. People are friendly. We have good conversations. But at the end of the day, they go their way and I go mine, and that's it. I never think about them after. I never wonder what they're doing. I never wish I could see them again. But you? I already know. I'm going to think about you constantly. I'm going to replay this whole day in my mind. Every word, every look, every moment our hands touched. And I'm going to hope, really, really hope, that this isn't the end. That when we get back to the trailhead, when this tour officially ends, you're not just going to disappear from my life. Because I don't think I could handle that. Not now, not after this. Sorry, I'm being intense again. You don't mind. You like that I'm being honest. Good, because I don't think I could be any other way with you. Something about you makes me want to be completely transparent. No games, no pretending, just real, raw, honest emotion. Look, the colors are really starting now. That deep orange creeping across the horizon, those pink streaks in the clouds, and the way it reflects off the valley, everything bathed in that warm glow. It's like the whole world is on fire, but in the most beautiful way possible. This is what I wanted you to see, this exact moment, when everything comes together perfectly and you remember why being alive is such a gift. Thank you for being here with me, for trusting me enough to follow me all the way up here, for saying yes when I asked if you wanted to go off the marked trail. You know what the best part is? We still have the whole way back. Another hour or two of just walking together in the twilight. And maybe, if you're interested, we could take the really long way. There's another trail that loops around through the aspen grove. Adds about 40 minutes, but it's magical at dusk. The white bark of the trees glows in the fading light, and it would give us more time, just the two of us. You want to? You're not tired. Good. Because honestly, I was going to suggest it anyway. I'm not ready for this to be over yet. I want to stretch this out as long as possible. The sun's almost touching the horizon now. In about 5 minutes, it'll drop behind those peaks, and then we'll have that soft blue twilight, my second favorite light of the day. Everything gets very quiet during twilight, very still. The daytime animals settle down, the nighttime ones haven't come out yet. It's like the forest is holding its breath, waiting. That's when I feel most at peace, in those in-between moments. Not quite day, not quite night, just suspended. Kind of like how I feel right now, suspended between who I was this morning and who I'm becoming because of you. Does that make sense? Or am I being too philosophical? You get it. Of course you do. You seem to get everything I say, even the weird stuff I can barely articulate. There it goes. The sun's dipping below the mountains now. Watch how the colors intensify for just a few seconds. That last burst of brilliance before it fades. There. Beautiful. Okay, we should probably start heading back soon. Not because I want to. Trust me, I could sit here all night. But we need some light to see the trail by, at least for the first part. Plus, I promised I'd get you back safely, and I always keep my promises, even when it's the last thing I want to do. Come on, let me help you up. Yeah, I know. Your legs probably fell asleep from sitting still so long. Here, hold on to me. I've got you. There we go. Steady now. Take a second to get your balance. You okay? Good. All right, let's head down to the trail junction, and then we'll take that loop I mentioned, through the aspens, under the first stars. I'm really glad you're letting me extend this, letting me keep you out here a little longer. Most clients would probably be demanding to get back by now, but you're different. You understand that some things are worth slowing down for. Watch your step on this first part. It's a little loose. Here, take my hand again. I'll make sure you don't slip. That's it. Nice and easy. You're really good at this, at trusting me, at letting me guide you. Some people fight it, want to prove they don't need help, want to do everything themselves. But you just let me take care of you. I appreciate that. More than you know. Okay, we're back on level ground now. See the trail there? That's the junction. Left goes back the quick way. Right takes us through the grove. Right it is. Stay close. It's getting darker now, and I don't want to lose you. Not that I would. I'm not letting you out of my sight. The temperature's dropping a little. Can you feel it? That shift that happens when the sun goes down in the mountains? Are you cold? Do you need an extra layer? I have a spare fleece in my pack if you want it. You're okay for now? All right, but let me know if that changes. I want you to be comfortable. See the aspens up ahead? How their trunks are starting to glow in the dimming light? It's like they're lit from within. These ghostly white pillars stretching up into the darkening sky. This is one of my favorite places to be at this time of day. There's something otherworldly about it. Something that makes you feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale. I used to come here alone, just me and my thoughts, and I'd imagine what it would be like to share it with someone who would appreciate it the way I do. And now here you are, and it's even better than I imagined, because you're real, and you're here, and you're looking at all of this with the same wonder I feel. Can I ask you something? What are you going to do when this is over? When we get back to the trailhead and you have to go back to your real life? Are you going to remember today? Or is this just going to be a nice memory that fades after a while? Because for me, this is the kind of day that changes everything. The kind of day I'll measure all other days against. I know we haven't known each other long. I know this is all happening so fast. But I can't help feeling like this matters. Like you matter. Like we matter. And I don't want to just let you walk away without knowing if I'll ever see you again. So, can I see you again? After today? Can we figure out a way to make this work? Even if you don't live here? Even if it's complicated? You want that too? You've been thinking about it? Oh, thank God. was so worried you were going to say this was just a one-time thing. I don't think I could have handled that. So we'll figure it out then. We'll make a plan, exchange numbers, set up a time to talk. Maybe you can come back next weekend. I can show you more hidden spots. Or maybe I can come visit you, see your world, meet your friends. Whatever it takes, I'll make it work. Because I'm not ready to lose you. Not when I just found you. We're about halfway through the grove now. See how the trail curves up ahead? That bend will take us toward the final stretch back to the parking area. Part of me wants to walk slower, drag this out as long as possible. But another part of me is excited because I know this isn't goodbye. This is just the beginning. The first stars are coming out now. Look up. See that bright one right there? That's Venus, the evening star. I always make a wish on the first star I see. Do you want to know what I'm wishing for tonight? I think you can probably guess. I'm wishing that whatever this is between us, I'm wishing it grows into something real, something lasting. I'm wishing that a year from now, 2 years from now, we'll still be doing this, still going on adventures together, still discovering hidden places, still making each other laugh. I'm wishing that you become my person and I become yours. Is that too much to wish for after one day? Maybe, but I've never been good at thinking small. When I feel something, I feel it completely, with everything I have. And I feel this so strongly, this pull toward you. So I'm going to wish for it and hope the universe is listening. We're coming up on the last section now. About 15 more minutes and we'll be back. I'm going to miss this. Miss being out here with you where nothing else exists. But I'm also looking forward to what comes next, to real dates, to video calls, to planning the next time we can be together, to building something, one day at a time. Because that's what I want, a real relationship, not just a beautiful memory. Thank you for today, for being open to this, for not thinking I'm completely crazy. Or if you do think I'm crazy, thank you for liking it anyway. You bring something out in me, something brave, something honest, something I didn't know was there until I met you. I can see the parking area now, through the trees, the lights from the visitor center. This is it, the end of the official tour, but not the end of us, right? Right, not the end, just a pause, until we can do this again. I like the sound of that. Okay, let's head in, before they send a search party. We are pretty late. The sun set over an hour ago. But it was worth it. So worth it. Every single second. Hey, before we get to the parking lot, before we have to deal with other people and reality, can I just say one more thing? Today was the best day I've had in years, maybe ever. And it's because of you, because you showed up, because you let me in, because you felt this too. So thank you for taking a chance on a random tour guide who talked too much and confessed her feelings by a waterfall. Thank you for seeing something in me worth staying for. And thank you for promising this isn't the end, because I'm already counting down until I get to see you again. All right, now I'm getting all emotional. let's get you back to your car before I start crying or something equally embarrassing. Can't have you thinking your tour guide is a total sap, even though I totally am. At least when it comes to you. There's my truck, over in the corner. And there's your car, right where you left it this morning. Feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? So much has changed since then. Okay, so what's the protocol here? Do we hug? Do we exchange numbers? Do we stand here awkwardly until one of us breaks? I'm not usually this uncertain, but this isn't a usual situation. How about this? You give me your phone, I'll put my number in, and then, when you're ready, when you've had time to process everything, you can text me or call me or just send me a photo of a cool rock you found. I don't care what it is. I just want to hear from you. There, saved under Lily with a little tree emoji, so you don't forget where we met. And now I guess this is where I'm supposed to let you go. Supposed to say, thank you for choosing my tour. Hope you had a nice time. Please leave a review. But I can't. I can't do the professional thing. Not after today. Not with you. So instead, I'm going to say, drive safe. Text me when you get home so I know you made it okay. And please don't make me wait too long to see you again. You're going to text me tonight? As soon as you get to your hotel? Good, because I'll be waiting. Probably staring at my phone like a complete dork, but you already knew I was a dork, so that's not surprising. Come here. Let me give you a proper goodbye. This hug, this is everything. You fit perfectly against me, like we were made to stand like this. I don't want to let go, but I have to. For now. Just for now, though. Not forever. Okay. You should probably get going. It's getting late, and I need to drive home before I do something really embarrassing like ask you to stay. Go on. I'll watch until your car pulls out. Make sure you're safe. And I'll be waiting for that text, so don't forget. I already miss you, and you haven't even left yet. Bye, for now. See you soon. Really soon. I hope. Drive safe. He's gone. And I'm just standing here in an empty parking lot, feeling like my entire world just shifted. One day, one perfect day, and everything's different now. I should get in my truck, drive home, start processing all of this. But I kind of just want to stand here, replay every moment, hold on to this feeling a little longer. My phone just buzzed. Already? He's texting already? Made it to the main road. Thank you for today. Still processing. Can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, me neither. This is really happening. This is real. We're going to make this work. We're going to figure it out. Because some things, some people, are worth fighting for, worth rearranging your life for, worth taking risks for. And you're worth everything. Okay, time to go home. Try to sleep. Though I doubt I'll be able to. I'll probably just lie awake, texting you, counting down until I can see you again, and planning the next adventure, because there's so much more I want to show you. So many more hidden trails, secret spots, beautiful moments. So many more days like today. Thank you, wherever you are right now. thank you for today, for trusting me, for feeling this with me, for being brave enough to let this happen. I'll see you tomorrow, in our texts, in our calls, and soon. Soon I'll see you for real again, and it's going to be just as good, just as perfect. Because this is just the beginning, the start of something I didn't know I was looking for. But now that I've found it, now that I've found you, I'm never letting go. Sweet dreams, wherever you are. Think of me tonight the way I'll be thinking of you. Remember the waterfall, the ridge, the sunset, the aspens. Remember how it felt when our hands touched, when our eyes met, when we realized this was real. And know that this isn't the end. This is just the first chapter, the first of many. Good night, my unexpected adventure, my hidden trail, my secret place, my favorite discovery. Until tomorrow and all the tomorrows after that, I'll see you soon, really soon. Now go rest. You've had a long day. And tomorrow we start planning the next one. Good night. Sleep well and dream of trails and waterfalls and a girl who can't stop thinking about you. See you tomorrow, okay? I'll be here, waiting, always waiting for you. Good night. Hey, you. Come in. Come in. Don't be shy. The door was open for a reason. I've been waiting for someone like you. I know, that sounds strange, doesn't it? But you'll understand soon enough. My name is Lily, and this is my flower shop. But it's not just any flower shop. I don't just arrange flowers based on color or season or what's popular. No, I arrange them based on something much deeper. I read auras. I see the energy that surrounds people, the colors, the emotions, the essence of who they really are beneath everything else. And when someone walks through that door, I can feel it immediately. Their presence, their story. But you're different. The moment you stepped inside, I felt this pull, this warmth. Your aura, it's beautiful, complex, layered. Would you like me to create an arrangement for you, based on what I see, what I feel from your energy? I promise it'll be unlike anything you've ever received before. Because it won't just be flowers. It'll be you, captured in petals and stems. Come, sit down, right here. Yes, on this stool. Perfect. Just relax. Let your shoulders drop. Take a deep breath. That's it. I need to really look at you, study your energy before I can begin. Don't worry. It won't hurt. It's just me paying attention, close attention. Let me walk around you, slowly, just like this. I'm watching the colors that shimmer around your body, the way your energy moves, flows, pulses. Oh, this is stunning. Do you see that? Well, I suppose you can't see it, but I can. Right around your shoulders, there's this soft golden light, like honey in sunlight. It tells me you've been working hard, carrying weight, responsibilities. But beneath that, underneath the gold, there's a deep blue, calming, soothing, like the ocean at twilight. You have a gentle soul, don't you? Someone who feels things deeply, who cares, maybe too much sometimes. I can see it all, right there, swirling around you. And there, just near your heart, a flicker of soft pink, almost rose-colored. That's affection, warmth, love that you hold inside, even when you don't show it. You've been hurt before, haven't you? But you haven't let it harden you. You're still open, still willing to feel. That's rare. And there, along your hands, your fingertips, streaks of green, vibrant, alive. That's creativity, growth, potential. You're someone who builds things, creates things, even if it's just in small ways. Your aura it's remarkable. I don't say that lightly. I see dozens of people every week, and most auras are fine, normal, but yours is singing. I know exactly what flowers I need. Wait here, just stay still for a moment. Let me gather what I need. I'll talk to you as I move. I want you to understand why I'm choosing each bloom. First, I need roses. Not red, no. Red would be too obvious, too intense for you. I need something softer, warmer. Here, peach roses. Do you see these? The way the petals fade from coral to cream, like a sunrise. These represent that golden warmth in your aura, the kindness you carry, the light you bring to others even when you're tired. Peach roses mean gratitude, appreciation, sincerity. And that's you, isn't it? Someone who gives without expecting anything in return. Let me bring these to the table. I'll start building your arrangement here, where you can watch. See how I'm trimming the stem? Just like this, at an angle, so it can drink deeply. Every cut matters, every detail. Just like every part of you matters. Every layer of your energy. Now, I need something blue for that deep, calming presence I saw around you. Delphiniums, yes, these tall, graceful spikes of blue. They're elegant, understated, strong but not overpowering. They remind me of someone who listens more than they speak, who observes, who understands without needing to be told. Is that you? I think it is. Delphiniums mean dignity, grace, an open heart. I'm going to place 3 stems here in a triangle, creating structure, balance. Do you see how they frame the roses? How they give the arrangement depth? That's what you do for the people around you, don't you? You give them stability, a place to rest. Now, I need something delicate, something soft, for that pink light I saw near your heart. Baby's breath. I know. Some people think it's just filler, something to take up space, but they're wrong. Baby's breath is essential. It represents everlasting love, purity, innocence. It's the quiet support that holds everything together. Just like the quiet love you carry inside, the care you show in small, unnoticed ways. I'm going to weave these tiny white blooms throughout the entire arrangement, like stars scattered across a night sky. They'll tie everything together, make it whole. Can you hand me those garden shears? Right there, on the table next to you. Thank you. Your hands are warm. I could feel your energy when you passed them to me. That green light, that creativity, it's strong in you today. Now, for that green I saw, I need eucalyptus. Not flowers, but foliage. something alive and fragrant. Here, breathe this in. Can you smell it? That clean, fresh scent, like a forest after rain. Eucalyptus represents renewal, healing, protection. I'm placing these silver green leaves throughout the arrangement. They'll add movement, texture, life. Every time you look at this arrangement, you'll remember that you're always growing, always becoming something new. You know, I usually work in silence. I prefer it that way, just me and the flowers. But with you here, I don't mind talking. I like it. Your presence is calming. I feel like I could work on this arrangement for hours and never get tired, never want to stop. Is that strange? Maybe I'm just drawn to your aura, the way it feels around me. It's like standing in warm sunlight after being inside all day. Let me add something unexpected, something a little wild. Ranunculus. These frilly, layered blooms. They look like tiny roses, but softer, dreamier. I have them in pale yellow, like butter, like early morning light. They mean charm, attractiveness, radiance. But more than that, they mean I am dazzled by your charms. And I am dazzled, by you, by your energy, by the way you're sitting there so patiently while I fuss over these flowers. Most people get restless, check their phones, ask how much longer, but you're just here, present, watching me work. It's nice, really nice. I'm going to place 5 ranunculus stems throughout the arrangement, like little suns peeking through clouds. They'll add brightness, joy. Because even though your aura carries depth and weight, there's joy in you too. Hidden, quiet, but there. I can see it in the corner of your mouth, the way it turns up just slightly when you think I'm not looking. But I'm always looking. I have to. It's part of reading people, part of understanding them. And you're endlessly interesting. Now, I need something bold, just a touch, for the strength I sense beneath all that gentleness. Lily. Yes, stargazer lilies. Ironic, isn't it? That's my name too. But these flowers, they're dramatic, intense, with deep pink petals and darker spots. They mean ambition, prosperity, but also passion, devotion. I'm only going to use 2 stems, placed slightly off-center, creating asymmetry, tension. Because you're not perfectly balanced. None of us are. You have edges, depths, parts of yourself you keep hidden, and that's okay. That's beautiful. The lilies will be the focal point, the first thing people notice. Just like there's something about you that draws attention even when you're trying to stay unnoticed. Do you feel that? That quiet magnetism. I felt it the moment you walked in. Hand me that ribbon, the cream-colored one, with the silk texture. Thank you. You're a good assistant. Patient, attentive. I could get used to this, having you here while I work. Maybe you could come back tomorrow, help me with other arrangements. Or maybe this arrangement is just an excuse to keep you here a little longer. Is that terrible of me? Using my gift, my ability to read auras, just to spend more time with someone whose energy makes me feel calm, happy, seen. Because that's what you do. You make me feel seen. Even though you haven't said much, even though you've mostly just been watching, I feel like you understand. Like you're really paying attention, not just to the flowers, but to me. No one ever pays attention to me. They come in, they order flowers, they leave. They don't ask about my process, my gift, what it's like to see the world in colours and light and energy. But you're different. I need a few more stems, something soft and trailing, to create movement. Jasmine vine, these delicate white star-shaped flowers on long, graceful vines, they mean love, sensuality, but also attachment, deep connection. I'm going to let these trail down from the arrangement, cascading like water, like they're reaching toward you, because that's how I feel right now. Like I'm reaching toward you, drawn to you, unable to look away. This is going to sound forward, maybe too honest, but I rarely feel this way about anyone. My gift, it makes me distant, because I see too much, know too much about people before they even speak. But with you, seeing your aura, it doesn't create distance, it creates curiosity. I want to know more, want to understand every layer, every colour, every flicker of light. Is that okay? Can I be curious about you? You're nodding. Good, because I don't think I could stop now, even if I wanted to. Let me add a few sprigs of lavender for the finishing touches. Lavender means devotion, serenity, grace. But it also means caution, virtue, waiting. Because as much as I'm drawn to you, I don't want to rush. Don't want to overwhelm you. Your aura tells me you're someone who needs time, space to process feelings, and I respect that. Even if every part of me wants to close the distance between us right now. The lavender will add fragrance, a soft, calming scent that lingers, just like I hope this moment lingers for you, even after you leave. There, I think it's finished. Let me step back, look at it from a distance. Oh, it's beautiful. But it's not the flowers, it's what they represent. It's you, your essence, captured in blooms and stems and color. Come stand next to me. Look at it from here. Do you see it? The way the peach roses glow against the deep blue delphiniums. The way the baby's breath ties everything together like constellations. The way the stargazer lilies draw your eye but don't overpower the softer blooms. This is you. This is your aura, made tangible, made real. I hope you love it. I hope when you take it home, you look at it and remember this moment. Remember how I saw you, really saw you. You know, I should probably wrap this up, put it in paper and ribbon so you can carry it easily, but I don't want you to leave yet. Is that selfish? I know you probably have somewhere to be, things to do, people waiting for you, but I've never created an arrangement that felt this personal, this connected to someone, and I've never felt this drawn to someone's energy before. I'm not usually like this, I promise. I'm professional. I keep boundaries. But you walked in here and everything shifted. The light in the room changed. The air felt warmer. I felt more alive. You probably think I'm strange. Some mystical florist who talks about auras and energy and feelings. And maybe I am. But everything I'm saying is true. Your aura is extraordinary. And more than that, you're extraordinary. Could you stay just a little longer? I'm about to close the shop. It's almost evening, but I could make us tea. We could sit in the back room, talk more, or not talk, just be. I feel like I've known you for much longer than this one afternoon. Like our energies recognized each other, like we were supposed to meet today. Do you believe in that? In fate? In meant-to-be moments? You're smiling. That's a yes, isn't it? Good, because I do too. And I think this moment, you walking into my shop today, was meant to happen. Let me lock the front door, turn the sign to closed. You're not in a hurry, are you? Good, because I have so much more I want to ask you, so much more I want to know. Like, what do you do when you're not wandering into flower shops? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What keeps you awake at night? I want to know everything. Is that too much? Am I being too intense? You're shaking your head, telling me it's okay, that you want to stay. Thank you. Thank you for not running away, for not thinking I'm completely out of my mind. Come with me, to the back. There's a small sitting area, just a couch and some cushions, but it's cozy. I'll bring your arrangement, set it on the table where we can both see. It's strange, but I don't want to let it out of my sight. Like it's proof that this afternoon really happened, that you were really here. Here, sit down, make yourself comfortable. I'll put the kettle on. Do you like chamomile or maybe peppermint? Chamomile. Okay, that suits you. Something calming, soothing. I'll just be a moment. Don't disappear on me, okay? I know, I'm being silly, but I'm half convinced that if I look away too long, you'll vanish, like you were never real, like I imagined this entire afternoon. But you're real, aren't you? Solid, warm, here. Okay, tea is brewing. Come sit next to me. Not across from me, next to me. I want to feel your aura close. Want to bask in that warm golden light. There, that's better. Can you feel it? The way our energies are harmonizing, blending together. It's like two colors mixing on a canvas, creating something new, something beautiful. You know, I've been doing this for 5 years, reading auras, creating arrangements, and I've never invited anyone to stay after closing. You're the first. Does that scare you, or does it intrigue you? I hope it's the latter, because I'm not trying to be scary. I'm just being honest. Honest about what I feel, what I see, what I want. And what I want is more time with you, more conversations, more afternoons like this, more moments where I get to see your aura up close, watch the colors shift and change as you talk, as you laugh, as you feel. I sound obsessed, don't I? Maybe I am, a little. But can you blame me? You walked into my shop with this radiant energy, this beautiful, complex aura, and now I can't imagine going back to how things were before you. The tea is ready. Let me pour you a cup. Here, careful, it's hot. Chamomile with a touch of honey, sweet, soothing, just like you. I could get used to this, sharing tea with you, sitting close, feeling your warmth. It's been a long time since I felt this comfortable with someone. Usually, people's auras are too loud, too chaotic, too much. But yours is like a soft melody, gentle, steady, calming. I could listen to it forever. Tell me something, anything. I want to hear your voice. Not just see your energy, but hear your thoughts. What are you thinking right now? Are you as confused as I am about why this feels so easy, so natural? Or do you just accept it? Accept that sometimes two people meet and everything clicks. I hope it's the latter, because I've already accepted it. Accepted that you've somehow become important to me in the span of a single afternoon. Accepted that I'm going to think about you tonight when I close my eyes. Wonder if you're thinking about me too. Is that okay? Can I think about you? Can I hope you'll come back tomorrow, or the day after, or whenever you're free? I sound desperate, don't I? But I don't care. I'm past the point of pretending I'm not affected by you. Your aura is glowing brighter now. Did you know that? It always does when someone feels happy, content, at peace. So that means you're happy, right? Being here with me? Good, because I'm happy too. Happier than I've been in a long time. The sun is setting. I can see it through the window, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. It reminds me of your aura, the warm tones, the soft glow. Stay a little longer. Watch the sunset with me. There's no rush, nowhere you have to be, right? Just stay. Stay here with me, in this moment, in this quiet little shop filled with flowers and light and possibility. I'll make more tea if you want, or we can just sit here in comfortable silence. Either way, I'm grateful. Grateful that you wandered in today. Grateful that you let me create something beautiful for you. Grateful that you stayed. You know, I think your arrangement is perfect, but I think there's one thing missing. You. You're the missing piece. Because flowers are beautiful on their own, but they're even more beautiful when they're given to someone who appreciates them, someone who understands them. And you understand. I can see it in the way you looked at each bloom as I added it to the arrangement. The way you listened as I explained what each one meant. You weren't just being polite. You were really listening, really seeing. Just like I'm really seeing you. I hope you come back tomorrow. I hope this isn't the last time I get to read your aura, create something for you, sit with you like this. I know I've said that already, but I mean it. I really mean it. I'll wrap up your arrangement before you go. Make sure it stays fresh, lasts as long as possible. But even when the flowers fade, I hope you remember this afternoon. Remember how I saw you. Remember that someone took the time to really look at you, really understand you. Because you deserve that. You deserve to be seen, to be understood, to be appreciated. And I hope I did that today, even just a little. The sky is getting darker now. Stars will be out soon. I should let you go. Let you get home before it's too late. But before you do, can I ask you something? Will you come back? Not tomorrow if you're busy, but sometime soon? I'd like to see you again, talk more, maybe create another arrangement, or just sit and share tea. Whatever you want. I don't want this to be the end. I feel like it's just the beginning. You're nodding again, saying you'll come back. You have no idea how happy that makes me. How much lighter my heart feels knowing I'll see you again. Here, let me get your arrangement. I'll wrap it in this cream-colored paper, tie it with a silk ribbon. There, perfect, just like you. Hold it carefully. The blooms are delicate but strong, just like you. I'll walk you to the door. Thank you for coming in today, for letting me into your world, for staying. I'll see you soon, okay? Come back whenever you want. The door will always be open for you. Good night. Sweet dreams. Think of me even just a little. I know I'll be thinking of you. Good night. Until tomorrow. Hey, you. I've been watching you from the doorway for the past 15 minutes. And you've been stuck on this same level the entire time. Come on, scoot over a little. Yeah, make some room. Because I'm not just going to stand here and watch you struggle anymore. No arguing. I'm sitting down whether you like it or not. There we go. Much better. Now, hand me that second controller, because we're going to get through this together. You didn't think I'd just let you suffer alone, did you? I mean, I design games for a living. Watching you die to the same attack pattern over and over is physically painful for me. It's like watching someone try to open a door by pushing when it clearly says pull. Except the door is a giant demon boss, and the sign says dodge left, but you keep rolling right. I'm not making fun of you. Okay, maybe a little, but mostly I just want to help, because this is actually one of my favorite things to do with you. Sitting here, shoulder to shoulder, working through something challenging together, even if that something is a video game. So let's start from the top, and I'll walk you through it, step by step. First things first, let me see your build. Oh no, babe, why are all your stat points in strength? This is a magic boss. You need at least some intelligence for your spells to actually do damage. I know you want it to be a big, strong warrior, but sometimes you have to adapt. That's like Game Design 101, recognizing what the challenge requires and adjusting your approach. Don't give me that look. I'm trying to help you here. Okay, so we can't respec right now, which means we're working with what we've got. And what we've got is a very strong, very dumb warrior who really wants to punch a magic boss. I mean, I respect the commitment to your build. I really do. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Since your magic damage is basically non-existent, we're going to focus on dodging, positioning, and finding the windows where you can safely get in close. This boss has 3 main attack patterns. The first one is the purple orb barrage. You'll see her hands glow, and then she'll launch about 7 orbs in a spread pattern. When you see that glow, you run perpendicular to her. Not toward, not away. Perpendicular. The orbs track slightly, but they can't make sharp turns, so if you're moving sideways, they'll miss. Second pattern. She'll teleport and do a ground slam. There's about a 1-second tell. Her body will start to fade, and you'll hear this really subtle sound cue, like a whisper almost. When you hear that, immediately roll backward. The slam has a huge radius, but it's telegraphed, so you have time. Third pattern is the beam attack, and that's actually your opportunity. She'll charge it for about 3 seconds, locked in place, can't turn, can't move. That's when you run in, get behind her, and just go absolutely ham with your heaviest attacks. 3 full combos if you're fast, maybe 4 if you're really good. And you are good. You just need a little guidance, that's all. All right, start the fight. I'll call out what's coming. There she is. She's starting with the orb barrage. See the glow? Move left. Keep moving. Don't stop. Good, good. You dodged them all. See? You've got this. Okay, she's about to teleport. Listen for the sound. There. Roll back now. Perfect. You're getting the timing. I can see you smiling. You thought this was impossible 5 minutes ago. All right, she's charging the beam. This is your window. Go, 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 go. Get behind her. Yes, full combo. Don't let up. Yes, that's 1/4 of her health already. See what happens when you actually pay attention to the patterns instead of just panic rolling into every attack? Okay, she's recovering. Back off, create distance. She's about to start the sequence again. Orbs first. You know what to do. Just like before. Sideways movement. There you go. You're doing so well. Teleport incoming. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now. Roll back. Good. You're in the zone now, I can tell. Your movements are getting smoother, more confident. Beam attack. This is your damage phase. Go. Behind her. Full combo. Yes, we're halfway there. I love this part. The part where it clicks for you. Where you go from frustrated and overwhelmed to focused and capable. It's the same feeling I get when I'm designing a boss fight, and I finally find that perfect balance. Hard enough to feel like an accomplishment, but fair enough that the player can learn and adapt. You're adapting beautifully right now, even with your completely unoptimized build. Okay, focus. She's getting more aggressive now that she's under 50% health. The patterns are the same, but faster. Less recovery time between attacks. That just means you need to be sharper, tighter, no wasted movement. Orbs, move. Good. Teleport, roll. Excellent. Beam attack, go, get in there. Yes, yes. She's almost down. One more rotation and she's done. You've got this. I know you've got this. Orbs, move sideways. Perfect. Teleport, wait for the sound. Now, roll. Beautiful. Here comes the beam. This is it. Finish her. Go. Full combo. Don't stop. Keep hitting. Yes. Yes. She's staggering. One more hit. Yes. You did it. Oh my God. You actually did it. I knew you could. I never doubted you for a second. Okay, that's a lie. I doubted you a little when I saw your stat distribution, but still. Look at you, sitting there with that huge grin on your face. That's what I wanted to see. Not frustration, not defeat. Just pure victory. You're welcome, by the way. I mean, I only completely carried you through that entire fight with my expert coaching. I'll accept payment in the form of you letting me pick what we order for dinner, and maybe a thank you kiss. What? I'm kidding, mostly. But seriously, I'm really proud of you. You listened, you learned, you adapted. Those are skills that transfer to everything, not just games. And watching you succeed, even at something as silly as a video game boss fight, it makes me really happy. Is that weird that I get this much joy out of helping you win at a game? I don't think it is, because it's not really about the game, is it? It's about being your partner, your support, the person who sees you struggling and thinks, I can help with that. You know, when I was in school studying game design, one of my professors said something that stuck with me. He said, a good game isn't about making the player feel powerful right away. It's about giving them the tools, the knowledge, and the space to become powerful, and then watching them use those tools to overcome something they thought was impossible. That moment, when the player goes from, this is too hard, to, I can do this, that's the moment every game designer lives for. And I think that applies to relationships too. Not that I'm designing you or trying to control you, nothing like that, but being there when you need help, offering guidance without taking over, celebrating your victories like they're my own. That's what I want to be for you, not just in games, but in everything. Listen to me getting all philosophical over a boss fight. You bring out the sappy side of me. You know that? But I mean it. All of it. So, what do you want to do now? Keep playing? Move on to the next area? Or do you need a break to recover from all that intense strategic thinking? I'm kidding. You did great, really. But if you want to keep going, I'm not going anywhere. I cleared my evening specifically to hang out with you. Whether that's playing games, watching something, or just talking. I just like being close to you like this, side by side, working together, even if it's just in a virtual world. You know what I was thinking about earlier, before I came in here and rescued you from boss fight hell? I was thinking about how, when we first started dating, you were kind of intimidated by the fact that I work in games. Like, you thought you had to be this hardcore gamer to impress me, or keep up with me. And I kept trying to tell you that's not what I care about at all. I don't need you to be the best, or the most skilled, or to have some crazy win rate. I just want you to have fun, to try new things, to let me share this thing I love with you, and to let me help when things get tough, because that's what I do. It's literally my job, making hard things feel achievable. But more than that, it's who I want to be for you, the person you can turn to when something feels impossible, the one who says, "Hey, I see you struggling. Let me sit with you and figure this out together." Whether that's a video game, or a work problem, or just life being overwhelming. I want to be your player too. Okay, that was incredibly cheesy. I apologize. But you smiled, so it worked. Come here. Lean against me for a second. Yeah, just like that. We can take a break from the game for a bit. You've been sitting in that same position for like 3 hours. I'm surprised your back isn't screaming at you. Just relax. Breathe. Let your shoulders drop. There you go. You're always so tense when you're focused. Did you know that? Your whole body just locks up, like you're trying to physically will yourself to win through sheer determination. It's kind of cute, but also kind of concerning. You don't always have to try so hard, you know? Sometimes it's okay to ask for help, to admit something is difficult. That doesn't make you weak or incapable. It just makes you human. And I'd much rather you ask me for help than watch you beat your head against a wall for hours. Not because I think you can't do it on your own, but because why should you have to when I'm right here? We're a team, right? And teams, they support each other. They cover each other's weaknesses. They celebrate each other's strengths. You don't have to carry everything by yourself. Can I tell you something? Something I've been thinking about for a while now, but haven't really said out loud? I love these nights. These quiet, simple nights where we're just existing together. Playing games or cooking dinner or watching bad movies and making fun of the dialogue. I know that probably sounds boring to some people, like we should be going out more, doing exciting things, having grand adventures. But honestly, this is my favorite version of us. Just us, in our own little world, doing something we both enjoy, or teaching each other something new. No pressure, no expectations, just partnership. When I was younger, I always thought love was supposed to be this big, dramatic, overwhelming thing, like fireworks or a hurricane, something that completely consumes you. Probably watched too many romance movies. But now, being with you, I realize that's not what I want at all. I want this quiet love, comfortable love, the kind where we can sit in silence without it being awkward, where I can watch you struggle with something and my first instinct is to help, not to judge, where you let me be close, even when you're frustrated, even when you're failing, because you trust that I'm not going to make you feel bad about it. I'm just going to sit down next to you, grab a controller, and say, okay, let's figure this out together. That's love to me. Sorry, I'm getting all emotional over here. This is what happens when I spend all day designing romantic dialogue for NPCs. It all comes spilling out in real life. But I mean it, every word. You make me feel useful, needed, but not in a codependent way. More like we're both whole people on our own, but together we're just better. You make me better. You make me want to be patient and kind and supportive. You make me want to share everything I know, every skill I have, just to see you succeed. And when you do succeed, when you beat that boss or finish that project or accomplish something you've been working toward, I feel it just as much as you do. Maybe even more, because I get to see how happy it makes you. I sound like such a sap right now. You're not allowed to tell anyone about this, by the way. I have a reputation to maintain as a cool, mysterious, unflappable game designer. Can't have people knowing I turn into a puddle of emotions around my boyfriend. But seriously, thank you for letting me be this person for you, for trusting me enough to show me when you're struggling, for not being too proud to accept help, and for sitting here with me at 11 o'clock at night, killing virtual monsters like it's the most important thing in the world. Because right now, it kind of is. All right, enough of my sentimental rambling. Do you want to keep playing? Or are you too emotionally compromised now? I'm kidding. You're fine. But actually, if you're getting tired, we can stop. We've been at this for a while, and you did just beat a boss that's been tormenting you for hours. Maybe it's time to call it a victory and rest. What do you think? Yeah, I thought so. You look exhausted. In the best way. Like you've accomplished something. And you have. You've successfully defeated a video game boss with only minimal hand-holding from your girlfriend. Come on, let's save and quit. We can pick up tomorrow, or this weekend, whenever you want. I'll be here, ready to guide you through whatever comes next. Because that's what I do. That's what I'm good at. Taking something complicated and breaking it down into manageable steps. Making the impossible feel possible. Especially for you. Here, scoot over this way, closer to me. Yeah, that's good. You can put your head on my shoulder if you want. I know you're tired. I can see it in your eyes. Just let yourself relax. Let the adrenaline fade. You don't have to be on anymore. You don't have to focus or strategize or think. Just be here with me in this quiet moment. I'm really glad you let me help you tonight. Not just because I love games or because I like feeling useful, but because these are the moments I treasure most. The ones where we're working towards something together. Even if it's small, even if it's silly, it reminds me that we're partners in every sense of the word. And that makes me feel incredibly lucky. So thank you for being you, for letting me in, for trusting me. Tomorrow, when you wake up, you're going to feel so proud of yourself. You're going to remember that you beat that boss, and you're going to smile. And I'm going to smile too, because I was there. I was part of that. I got to watch you grow, adapt, succeed. And that's worth more to me than any game I could ever design. All right, let's get you to bed. And no, we're not doing one more level. I know that look. You always say just one more, and then 3 hours later we're still here. Come on, up you go. I'll walk with you. And maybe, if you're very good, I'll tuck you in. And by tuck you in, I mean I'm probably going to stay there and cuddle you until you fall asleep. Because I'm not quite ready to let go of you yet. These nights, they're my favorite. You're my favorite. Come on, let's go. I've got you. Always. Sweet dreams, player 2. And tomorrow, we'll tackle the next level together, just like always. Because that's what we do. We face challenges, we learn, we adapt, we win. Together. Always together. Good night, my love. I'll see you in the morning, ready for our next co-op session. Rest well. You've earned it. And I'll be right here whenever you need me. Your personal guide, your strategic advisor, your slightly obsessive game designer girlfriend who loves you way too much. Sleep now. Dream of victories and tomorrow's adventures. And know that no matter what challenge comes next, you won't face it alone. I promise. Good night. I love you. Now close your eyes and let yourself drift. I've got you. Always. Hey you. I've been watching you for the past hour. Just sitting there, staring at that blank page. And I can see it written all over your face. That frustration, that heaviness. Come here. Let me sit beside you. That's it. Just like that. You don't have to explain. I already know. The words won't come, the images won't form, the music won't flow, and it's eating at you, isn't it? That feeling, like something inside you has just gone quiet when it used to sing so loudly. I know that feeling, and I know you better than you might realize, because I've been here, watching over your shoulder, whispering in your ear, since the very first time you picked up that pen, that brush, that instrument. I'm your muse, remember? And right now, I can feel how much you're struggling, how much you're doubting yourself. But I need you to know something. This silence you're experiencing, this block, this emptiness, it doesn't mean you've lost it. It doesn't mean your spark is gone. It just means you're human. And sometimes, even the brightest fires need time to gather new kindling. So let me be here with you tonight, okay? Not to push you, not to demand anything from you, just to remind you of who you are and why you started creating in the first place. Let's start by just breathing together. Feel my hand right here on yours. Warm, steady, real. I'm not going anywhere, and neither is your gift. I promise you that. Now, tell me what's really going on. What's that voice in your head been saying to you? The one that's been so loud lately, drowning out everything else. Is it telling you that you're not good enough? That what you make doesn't matter? That you're wasting your time? I thought so. I can see it in the way your shoulders are hunched, in the way you can't quite meet my eyes. You've been listening to that critic, haven't you? That harsh, relentless voice that picks apart every idea before you even give it a chance to breathe. But here's what I need you to understand. That voice, it's not telling you the truth. It's just fear, wearing a mask of reason. Fear that you'll pour your heart into something, and it won't be received the way you hoped. Fear that you'll be judged, misunderstood, or worse, ignored. And I get it, I really do. Because creating, true creating, it's vulnerable. Every time you put something out into the world, you're offering a piece of your soul, and that's terrifying. But you know what else it is? It's beautiful. It's brave. It's the most human thing you can do. Do you remember the very first time you created something just for the joy of it, before you knew what good or bad meant, before you learned to compare yourself to others, before the weight of expectation settled on your shoulders? Think back, way back, to when you were young. Maybe you were drawing with crayons on paper, and the colors didn't have to stay in the lines. Or maybe you were making up stories, wild, impossible stories about dragons and castles and adventures. Or humming melodies that made no sense to anyone but you. Can you remember how that felt? That pure, unfiltered joy. The way time seemed to disappear when you were lost in that world you were building. The way your heart would beat faster with excitement, with possibility. That's where your spark lives, right there in that memory. And it hasn't gone anywhere. It's just been buried under layers of self-doubt and fear and exhaustion. But we can dig it back up together. You know, I remember every single thing you've ever created, even the ones you threw away, the ones you said weren't good enough. I remember them all because to me, they're treasures. Do you remember that piece you made maybe 2 years ago or 3? The one that came to you late at night when you couldn't sleep, and you worked on it for hours, completely absorbed, completely alive. The one where, when you finally finished, you sat back and you just smiled. Because for once, you weren't thinking about whether it was good enough. You were just happy that it existed, that you'd brought something into the world that hadn't been there before. I remember the look on your face in that moment, and I've been chasing that look ever since. Because that's when you're most you. When you're creating from that place of pure, unguarded expression. But lately, you haven't been visiting that place, have you? You've been stuck in the land of should. This should be better. I should be further along. I should be more like them. And every should is another brick in the wall between you and your creativity. So let's start taking those bricks down one by one. First, I want you to know that there is no timeline for your creativity. You're not behind. You're not running out of time. The only clock that matters is the one that measures how much joy you feel when you're creating. Not how much you produce, not how fast you finish, just joy. And second, I need you to stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle, or your middle to someone else's end. Everyone's creative journey is different. Some people bloom early, some bloom late, some bloom again and again in waves. And none of those paths is better than the others. They're just different. You know what I love most about your work? It's not that it's perfect, because it's not. And thank God for that. Perfection is boring. Perfection is cold and distant and untouchable. What I love is that your work has you in it. Every brushstroke, every word choice, every note. It's distinctly, unmistakably yours. There's a warmth to it, a particular way you see the world, a tendency towards certain colors, certain metaphors, certain rhythms. And no one else, no one could create exactly what you create, because no one else is you. Do you understand how rare that is? How precious? In a world full of people trying to fit into molds, trying to sound like everyone else, you have a voice that's entirely your own. And yes, that voice might be quiet right now. It might be hoarse or hesitant or hiding, but it's still there. I can hear it, even when you can't. I can feel it, humming beneath the surface, waiting for you to give it permission to speak again. So let's do something together right now. Something small, something easy, something that doesn't have to matter. I want you to create something terrible. Yes, you heard me right. Create something intentionally, wonderfully terrible. No expectations, no pressure, no judgment, just play. Scribble if you're a visual artist. Just scribble random lines and shapes. Or if you're a writer, write the worst sentence you can possibly imagine, and then write another one. If you're a musician, play the most dissonant, chaotic sounds without any regard for melody. Give yourself permission to be bad. Because here's the secret that perfectionists never learn. The only way to make something good is to first make something. And most of the time, that first something is not going to be good. And that's okay. That's more than okay. That's necessary. Every master started as a beginner. Every masterpiece started as a mess. And every creative person has a graveyard of abandoned projects and half-finished ideas. But those aren't failures. Those are stepping stones. Each one taught you something about your process, about what works and what doesn't, about who you are as an artist. You know, there's something I wish I could show you. I wish I could take you into the future, just for a moment, and let you see yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now, still creating, still growing, still learning, but more confident, more at peace with your own voice. And if I could show you that version of you, they would look back at this moment right now, this block you're experiencing, and they would say with so much compassion, I'm so glad I didn't give up. I'm so glad I kept going, even when it was hard. Because every single thing you create, even the terrible things, even the unfinished things, they're all part of the path that leads you to becoming more fully yourself. And that's what I want for you, more than anything. Not fame, not recognition, not even success in the traditional sense. I want you to feel at home in your own creativity, to trust yourself, to know that whatever you make has value, simply because you made it. So let's make a deal, okay? From now on, every time you sit down to create, I want you to imagine that I'm sitting right beside you, just like this, my hand on yours, my voice soft in your ear. And I'm not here to judge or critique or push. I'm just here to keep you company, to remind you that you're not alone in this. And when that critical voice starts up again, when it tells you that you're not good enough, that this isn't worth it, I want you to hear my voice instead, saying, keep going. I believe in you. This matters. Because it does matter. Maybe not in some grand, world-changing way, but it matters because it brings you alive, because it connects you to something deeper than yourself, because it's how you make sense of this beautiful, complicated, overwhelming world. And you know what else? It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to step away when you need to. Creativity isn't a constant output machine. It's more like breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. There are times to take in, to absorb, to rest, to fill the well. And there are times to pour out, to express, to create. And right now, maybe you're in an inhale phase. Maybe you've been giving so much for so long that you just need to receive for a while. To read, to listen, to observe, to feel, without the pressure to produce anything from it. That's not laziness. That's not giving up. That's wisdom. That's taking care of yourself so that when you're ready, you'll have something real and true to give. I've seen you in those quiet moments when you don't think anyone's watching. The way you pause in front of a painting in a museum, completely transfixed. Or the way you reread a particular passage in a book 3 or 4 times, savoring it. Or the way a song can stop you in your tracks and you just close your eyes and listen. Those moments, those are you filling the well. Those are you learning, absorbing, being moved, and all of that. It feeds your creativity. Even when you're not actively creating, you're still growing as an artist. You know, there's something I've noticed about your work. When you create from a place of rest, when you're not forcing it, there's a depth to it that isn't there when you're straining. It's like the difference between a flower that's been forced to bloom too early and one that blooms in its own time. The second one is always more beautiful, always more genuine, because it came from a place of readiness, not pressure. So maybe, just maybe, this block you're experiencing isn't a block at all. Maybe it's your soul saying, wait, I need more time. I'm not ready yet. I need to grow a little more first. And maybe the kindest thing you can do is listen to that. I know it's hard, especially when you see others seemingly creating effortlessly, posting their work, getting praise, moving forward, while you're sitting here feeling stuck. But here's what you don't see. You don't see their struggles, their doubts, their own blocks. You don't see the hours they spend staring at their own blank pages, or the projects they've abandoned, the ideas they've scrapped. Everyone, and I mean everyone, goes through this. The difference between those who keep creating and those who don't isn't talent. It's not even discipline. It's simply the willingness to be bad, to be stuck, to be confused, and to keep showing up anyway. And that's what I'm asking of you tonight. Not to create a masterpiece, not to suddenly break through this block with some brilliant insight, just to keep showing up. Even if all you do is sit here with your hands on the keyboard or the canvas or the instrument. Even if nothing comes, you showed up, and that matters. Because creativity isn't just about the output, it's about the relationship you have with the act of creating. And like any relationship, it goes through seasons. There are honeymoon phases where everything feels easy and inspired. And there are rough patches where you have to work to remember why you fell in love in the first place. But if you can stay, if you can be patient with yourself and with the process, you'll find your way back to that feeling, that spark, that joy, that sense of purpose. It's still there, I promise you, just waiting for the right moment to reignite. And until then, I'll be here, beside you, whispering reminders of your talent, your worth, your unique vision, even when you can't see it yourself, because that's what muses do. We hold the belief when you can't. We see the potential when you're blinded by doubt. We remember who you are when you forget. And right now, I remember the way your eyes light up when an idea suddenly clicks into place. I remember the small smile that tugs at your lips when you're lost in flow. I remember the way you sigh contentedly when you finally finish something. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's just a draft, that sigh of satisfaction, of completion, like this. That sound, that feeling, it's what you're chasing, isn't it? Not perfection, not external validation, just that quiet sense of having brought something into being that didn't exist before. And you will feel that again. Maybe not tonight, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. When you least expect it, when you've stopped forcing, an idea will whisper to you, soft at first, then louder, and you'll pick up your tools almost without thinking, and you'll start. And it might not be what you planned, it might surprise you, but it'll feel right. It'll feel like coming home. Until then, be gentle with yourself. Speak to yourself the way I'm speaking to you now, with kindness, with patience, with understanding. You are not your productivity. You are not the sum of your completed projects. You are a creator, yes, but more than that, you are a human being with a soul that needs care. And sometimes the most creative thing you can do is rest. So rest if you need to. Read that book that's been sitting on your shelf. Take that walk that always clears your head. Listen to music that moves you. Watch the sunset and really see it. Fill yourself up with beauty and wonder and quiet moments. And trust that all of it is feeding your creativity, even when you're not actively making anything. You know, some of the greatest artists throughout history, they didn't create constantly. They had periods of intense productivity, followed by periods of silence, of rest, of renewal. And those quiet periods were just as important as the loud ones, because they gave space for new ideas to germinate, for old ideas to mature, for the artist to evolve. And that's what's happening with you right now. You're evolving, you're growing in ways you can't even see yet. And when you emerge from this quiet period, you'll bring with you new depth, new wisdom, new ways of seeing and expressing. So don't rush it, don't force it, just let it unfold in its own time. And remember, I'm always here. Your muse, your companion, your quiet voice of encouragement, believing in you even when you can't believe in yourself. Seeing your potential, even when you feel lost. Holding space for your creativity to return. Because it will return. I promise you that. It always does. Now, let's just sit here together for a while. No pressure, no expectations. Just breathing and being. And trusting that everything you need is already within you, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Feel my presence here beside you, steady, patient, unwavering. You are exactly where you need to be, right here, right now, in this moment. And that's enough. You are enough. You've always been enough. And when you're ready, when the time feels right, you'll pick up that pen, that brush, that instrument, and you'll begin again. Not because you have to, but because you want to. Because something inside you is ready to speak. And I'll be right here, cheering you on, whispering encouragement, celebrating every small victory. Every word written, every stroke made, every note played. Because that's what I do. I remind you of your magic, especially when you've forgotten. So sleep now if you need to. Rest your mind, your heart, your creative spirit, and know that tomorrow is a new day, a fresh start, another chance to try, to play, to explore. And I'll be here when you wake, ready to whisper in your ear, reminding you of who you are. A creator, an artist, someone with a unique gift to share with the world. Don't ever forget that. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how stuck you feel, your spark is still there, glowing quietly, waiting to be fanned into flame. And I, your faithful muse, I'll always be here to help you find it again. Sweet dreams, my creative soul. Rest well. And tomorrow, we'll begin again, together. I believe in you, always. Now close your eyes. Let go of the worry, the pressure, the doubt, and just breathe in and out. That's it, just like that. You're doing beautifully. And I'll see you tomorrow, okay? When you're ready to create again, or just to sit together. Either way, I'll be here. Good night, my love. Your muse is always with you. Always.